Man, that was a rush. Welcome to week. We are on. Welcome to week 8 of the Friday Night Frenzy. He's Andrew. I'm Rob. We start our show off with a Hoosier Conference matchup between two of the top 3 teams in the West Division, West Lafayette and Twin Lakes.
Rob, both teams trending in different directions. While the Indians' 2 lowest scoring games of the season have come in the last 2 weeks when they've combined for 19 points, no problem scoring for the Red Devils. RDP has scored 108 points during that same span.
It's a lot of points. Not so many points in the first half. Students at Westside always pumped up for the Frenzy. Twin Lakes backed up in their own territory. Chris Goodlow on the carry, but the heads-up play from Matt Marley strips him, and he takes it the other way. He's shoved out of bounds, setting up the Red Devils deep inside Indian territory. Westside taking advantage of the field position in a hurry. Jet sweep to Spencer Ronchetto, cuts inside. He is gone. Red Devils take a 14-6 lead. Looking to add to it before the half. Mikey Kidwell fires over the middle, but he doesn't see Fabian De Leon. Great pick to end the threat. 14-6 game at the break. Early third quarter, Blake Bennington drops back. He's hurried, makes a poor choice. Nate Mario with the pick, and he's heading the other way, about 30 yards on the return. RDP up 21-6, and they would straighten things out in the second half. Red Devils roll in this one, 56-6, the final score.
Up at Rensselaer's Central Catholic taking on the Bombers. And Avery Denhart, well, it looks like we're jumping ahead here, Rob. Why don't you take over?
Yeah, Lafayette Jeff, big game tonight. Devin Colonis hits JT Williams, big first down. Jeff down at the Berries goal line. Colonis with the Tom Brady QB sneak. I know you like that, Andy.
I do.
The ruling from the line judge, not super confident, but yep, that's a touchdown. Broncos take an early 7-0 lead. Logansport ball now. Jamie Babcock running for his life. Tanner Collins having none of it. Drags him down for the loss. Next, Jeff possession. This handoff to Noah Lee, the senior tailback, right up the gut for the big game. Broncos inside the red zone once again. Colonis fumbles the snap. Picks it up, rolls out, fires to the end zone. Check out this play. Not an advisable pass. Tipped around, ends up in the right spot. Darian Collins, that's a touchdown.
That's nice.
And Jeff goes on to the big 56-6 win. That's a popular score tonight. Now 6-2 on the year.
We head across the Wabash to Harrison. The Raiders hosting Kokomo on senior night. First possession of the game, and it's Jadan Sturgeon on the keeper. This kid can throw, but he also has some wheels. Harrison stuck to the ground game to start off this game, and it paid dividends. A few plays later, it's going to be Sturgeon again. He finishes what he started, and the Raiders take a quick 7-0 lead. But the undefeated Wildcats would also get right to work. Jaron Gray hop steps his way in for 6. Kokomo would miss the PAT, however. Terry Peebles, well, he's looking on. Why so serious? Next Wildcat possession, and it's Marcel Kenner. Let the bodies hit the floor. He shakes off a couple would-be tacklers for a 15-yard gain. Keep chugging, big man. Head coach Brett Colby decides to call on Kenner again, and the senior does not disappoint. Call him Big Country. He takes it in for 6.
Oh, man.
Kokomo remains undefeated, steamrolling Harrison, 48-14 the final.
They're pretty tough this year. McCutcheon road trip into Muncie Central to face the Bearcats. Very first Mav drive of the game. Aaron Phillips drops back and pump fakes. He's looking to the end zone, but Muncie Central's Isaiah York picks it off to deny the Mavs of the scoring opportunity. Tough one there. Still no score in the second quarter. McCutcheon Tyler Packard gets the carry, makes a couple Bearcats feel the pain. Picks up the first down. A little late in the drive. It's Levon Thompson's turn. Thunder and lightning, bounces it to the far sideline. He breaks a few tackles for another big gain, and if it works, why not stick with it? That's McCutcheon's motto when it comes to the ground game. The Mavs finally punch it in with A.J. Andrews. Rubbles in from a couple yards out. A couple different options there at running back. Bearcats trying to get things going. Trenton Hatfield rolls out to his right. McCutcheon's Josiah Robles says good night. Lays out the receiver. That's a sports crunch right there. Mavs hang on for the 16-14 win. We'll try to get those CC highlights to you later in the show. That concludes the first half of the Frenzy. 4 games down, 8 more or 9 to go. Make stops at Frankfort, Monon, Seeger.
And Delphi, positive momentum on the line. The 1-6 Oracles look to make it 2 straight wins, hosting the 1-6 Bison of Benton Central. The Friday Night Frenzy continues right after the break. Stay with us.
We are back on the Frenzy for our next stop. We had Carroll County, the Delphi Oracles, hosting the Benton Central Bison.
The Oracles and Bison enter tonight's game at Delphi, matching 1-6 records. Life in the Hoosier Conference can be tough, especially with West Lafayette and Central Catholic playing the way they are. but a win up for grabs tonight.
So we're taking the Frenzy over to Berto Field, and like Andy said, two pretty evenly matched teams tonight. Bison striking first. Johnny Laney rolls out, laces one straight to Devin Crabtree. Crabtree picks up 30 yards and the first down before going out of bounds. Bison's O-line doing work, breaking the Oracle's defense, making hole big enough to drive a truck through. Mason Cooley gets the handoff, and he's good to go. Scoring first for the Bison. On the ensuing kickoff, though, the Oracle's Ty Watson deep to receive. He gets the ball, and he is good to go. He's going from coast to coast, 90-yard touchdown return, and he actually did run that fast.
Yeah.
Just before the half, BC with the ball. Mason Cooley runs outside, but gets stripped at the 40-yard line. Delphi recovers the fumble. Both teams played it close tonight. BC scored a touchdown to take it to OT, but they miss an extra point in OT to tie it up. Delphi wins this one in overtime, 27-26.
Let's jump across the county into Flora, where the Carroll Cougars hosted the Northwestern Tigers. We pick it up at the beginning of the third. Trey Richmond launches one into the stratosphere and lands in the hands of Noah Dowden, where he picks up an extra 10 yards. Next play, Richmond takes it the other direction, but looks like
we got the Frankfurt North Montgomery.
I was gonna say, that didn't look like a pass to me in the
This is the second time this has happened. No, that was definitely a ground play. Hey, man, it happens.
Billy Adams
on the keeper, runs through the Hot Dogs D-line, takes up the field, and he was looking to score, rolls out. Jordan Banta, who pulls it in for the touchdown, sealing the win. Chargers roast the Hot Dogs 45-0.
Let's head over to the Clinton Central Bulldogs hosting the Attica Red Ramblers. Clinton Central QB Keenan Orr rolls out and looks to pass, but has nothing. He decides to keep it and runs up the field, high steps it into the end zone for the touchdown. Ramblers ball now. QB Logan Hermison gets the snap and dumps it to Brad Green, who takes it in for the big hit. Next drive, Hermison again throws it short to Austin Durham, who breaks a tackle. Stiff arms another and then goes down. Hermison coming up again is going to roll out to his right.
8 times.
I have, but he's a popular guy. He connects with a big TD. The Bulldogs fought hard, but Attica came up with the W.
What do we got here? Winless Frontier Falcons looking to turn their season around, hosting West Central. Second quarter, Falcons' Colt McCracken takes a direct snap, gets the run for the first down. A little later, Frontier punting. West Central's Mike Kellums comes in for the block. Great play there. Later pulling out the old trick plays, the old hook and ladder to Colin Fritz. That's a big game. That is one of the best plays in football. I seem to remember Purdue doing pretty well with one of those. A couple plays later, Trojans scoring this Nate Freely to Aaron Mendez TD pass. They go for 2. Freely connects with Cody Smolik. Trojans take this one at 26-0, the final score.
Tri-County and Seeger squaring off tonight. First quarter action. Cavaliers near the goal line. Trenton Kybers gets the easy 5-yard score. Tri-County would have an early 14-0 lead. Patriots looking to find an answer, and they would in a big way. Alex McMahon shakes off 2 defenders, and he's off to the races. 58 yards for the score. Seeger, though, would miss the 2-point conversion. Later in the quarter, Tri-County imposing their will on the ground. Frank Berenda cuts through the defense for a big run. Harley Steele would get to the shoestring tackle to keep him out of the end zone. But it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. A few plays later, it's Kybers again. Cavaliers go on to win this one 40-20.
Close by at Fountain Central, the Mustangs were a shootout with the North Vermilion Falcons. Pick things up in the second half. Cody Wright rolls out, lofts one to Vaughn DePew for the 30-yard score. North Vermilion goes up 35-14 after a turnover on downs. The Falcons are driving, but check this play. Off the Mustang helmet, Tyler Starkey's there to pick it off. Right place at the right time. We've seen a couple of those tonight. It wasn't done yet. Wade Bentley hits Starkey on this screen pass. He makes a couple guys miss and gets into the end zone. Mustangs looking for another stop on 4th down on the ensuing play. But Alex certainly there on the slant, makes one man miss. He is in for the score. Falcons take this one 56-33.
Central Catholic, we do not forget about you guys.
We're still working to get those highlights in. We promise we can get them in. That's the game portion, aside from CC, of the Friday Night Frenzy. But when we come back, the highlights from the Knights and, of course, the Coach's Corner with Delphi's head coach Josh Strasser. Big win tonight.
Yes, the Delphi Oracles pull it off. We'll tell you just how they did it when we talk to the coach coming up next in the Coach's Corner. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Frenzy. Joining us this evening, Delphi head coach Josh Strasser.
Coach, obviously, before we even get to you, Coach, obviously this has been a kind of a crazy show, kind of like your overtime win was tonight. So apologies to North White and Clinton Prairie for the wrong highlight calls there. Basically, that was the Luke Diener show. He scored a ton of touchdowns. North White rolled to a big win. And also, CC, we're not sure if we're going to get those highlights in or not. Had some difficulties, obviously. Hopefully we can get those in. But if not, they're on WLFI.com after the show. To Delphi Benton Central. 27-26 win. Got to be pretty pleased that your guys able to pull out a win in overtime the way they did.
Big win. You know, we're starting four freshmen on the defensive side of the ball. Defense played great for 3 quarters. You know, hats off to Benton Central. They came after us pretty hard on the defensive side of the ball. Shut Weston down for a while, but you know we were able to make plays at the end to get it in.
You guys have lost 6 straight games to start the season. Just what's impressed you most? I mean, a lot of teams would just pack it all in, call it a season, we're done. But these guys have seemed to just impress every week in, week out with the last 2 wins. Just what has stuck out to you?
Yeah, well, you know, we believe in the never give up and, you know, playing through adversity. And, you know, tonight was the healthiest we've been in 7 weeks, you know, and that helps. But, you know, get a little momentum and you focus on the small successes throughout those weeks, those challenging weeks that you have, and, you know, build on it. But, you know, we're a very young football team.
In those highlights, obviously we can't stay the full game at every single game we go to. It looked like some pretty positive plays for BC early, but you guys hung with it there. Obviously things didn't get out of hand, but how did you guys respond to some of those big plays by the Bison?
Yeah, BC was able to hit the pocket on the sideline for us, and they were able to, you know, gain some yards. And, you know, Coach, you know, they made some great adjustments to our defense, but, you know, we had the bend, don't break mentality. You know, Ty Watson, you see there, had a great return. Helped us, you know, gain a little momentum going in, and, you know, defense hung strong at the end.
You talked about the youth of this team. So when it comes to the veterans, guys like Weston Wendell, just how big have they been in terms of mentoring those kids and having them mature throughout this process?
Oh, Weston's been huge. He's been leader on both sides of the ball the past 2 weeks. You know, he just about had an interception tonight down on the goal line. Went through his hands for a touchdown, but, you know, we responded, and that's what these guys, the old guys, are helping us do. You know, Garrett Clark and Clay Corbin, all those guys are helping us respond, learn lessons, and fix some mistakes as we go on.
So you don't have Clint Rude last game. You still get your first win of the season. Obviously, he's a big part of what you guys do on offense. You do have him this week. How big a role did getting him back? I mean, you kind of mentioned the health factor. What was it like to have him back in the lineup?
Oh, it was, you know, huge to get a senior running back. You know, Clint's got a great attitude. You know, helped us pound the ball there at the end on the 4th and 1. We gave it to Clint, let him go to work, and he put it in the end zone.
One more regular season game left before you begin sectionals. Just what are you looking for out of your club?
We've got Winamac. Winamac's a very solid football team coming our place for senior night. So, you know, we're looking to build on success and, you know, keep the momentum going.
The blood drive, this is kind of not related to the actual game tonight. You guys won that in the entire state of Indiana. How proud are you guys of Delphi being able to do that?
Oh, very proud of our boys, how they're able to get back to the community. You know, you go from holding the Lombardi Trophy today to winning a game in overtime. It doesn't get much better.
Postseason, after Winamac, what are your goals? You're kind of getting your full head of steam here into the sectionals right when you need to.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is what we talked about early on in the season. We want to be the best at October and November, not in August. So, you know, this is right where we want to be, gaining momentum, gaining experience with our young guys, and we'll let the dice roll and see where we're at.
Well, best of luck. Best of luck next week against
guys.
Winamac. We will for sure be there. Apologize to all the Knights fans out there. Pretty big game next week against Westside. I can guarantee you we'll have the highlights.
Avery Denhart back. Didn't start tonight, but looked good, and they obviously clobbered their opponent. So all good things coming up for
this CC game is going to be a lot of fun next week. Again, good luck next week against Winamac and going forward in the sectionals. That's it for us tonight.
Yeah, as Rob mentioned, make sure to check out our website, WLFI.com, and click on the sports tab for all highlights from tonight's games.
Have a great night. We'll see you next week.